everybody. This is Henry Lee from Blue Heron Arts. Today we're going to carve two artist chops or signature marks. One is in negative carving or Yin style, another in Yang or positive carving style. Let's do the first one in Yin style first. This is just a single character because the seal is relatively small. We have made a design and got approval from the client. I usually do this on the computer because this is a quite rare character, so I won't be able to find a ready font or even in the dictionary. So I have to combine different radical and symbols elements to correct this design. The design comes like two parts. One is red, means to use, and the bottom part is like a heart. So together it means use heart to love, yeah. So it pronounced in Chinese as ni. And the client wants the ink or white stroke on red background style. So that's what we got here. I also did another, if you want to see. This is a slightly different. This is more pictographic and more cursive. We call it the grid seal script, but there's no font. Again, it's all created by me using different parts of the character. It's a compound character with two parts, as we described earlier. So this is more square-like. It's more in the style of the Han script. Han is like Han Dynasty is the most popular the time this form of art is most popular and practically used in the society. So it's known as the Han seal script, and widely continued in the Chinese-speaking population around the world. Okay, I'm going to transfer this design with this liquid called acetone. Zoom in a little bit so you can see better. It's a nail polish remover. And I use a laser jet. You have to use a toner printer or copier with the powder, not the inkjet. I think this design is a little bit small, but that's good. I will leave more margin and make it round, more the corners rounded. So the design should be a little bit smaller than the stone size, which is fine, I think. And we use this acetone on the back side of the paper. So the ink side or the black side facing the stone, it will make a flipped copy or mirrored. Okay. Yeah, that's how easy it is. So I'm going to cut off some extra margin first. Oh, I need to put on this. You don't have to use this at home if you want to try, but it's good to have, we call it the clamp. We have one which is simpler without the wheel. But, you don't need that actually, unless like me, I'm using this for filming because it's more it's easier to focus. Okay. And you need this tool to carve. It comes in different sizes. Could be as large, as smaller, like a big one, smaller. It's all flat, double-sided. It's not just one side. So that's the shape of this. This is a specific tool to use. Not use wood cutting tools. Okay. And let me just put. Okay. We just cut off the extra margin a little bit. Hopefully, kind of like this. So to be a little smaller, because usually it's more difficult to find the smallest seal. On small size watercolor painting or sumie, this is half-inch stone is suitable. And you can get even smaller. It's a let's say 3/8 of an inch. This is 5/8 of an inch, half-inch to be roughly. Okay, so I round up the edges. So this will make the mark with softer, more natural look, not like a mechanic look. We call it antiquarianism, to make it look like an antique, look like a vintage, design. Including the chipping is part of the taste. Okay, now just do the carving. I just keep using this large tool. If you use smaller one, it's more it's not as stable as large ones to hold. So it really depends on your personal preference, but I usually use a larger, just like you paint with a larger brush, give you more freedom, and it does the job more efficiently. Try to convey the sense of calligraphy with this different tool, but to try to simulate the effect of ink smearing kind of brushwork. try to hide the tip of the knife in strokes. It makes it look more like a cast bronze seal rubbing kind of imprint from a bronze seal in the Han Dynasty. Originally, this seal would be cast on bronze, but later in the history, people start to use stone to simulate the bronze seal, so everybody can do it. It's an artistic form. As part of the visual art, together with calligraphy and painting. Let me close the window a bit. Sorry about the noise. So this is called the engraving or negative carving. You carve out the stroke. If you ask me which one is easier, there's no easy, but relatively, I think this one is easier, especially on smaller stone. It's difficult to do the positive carving because the stroke might be too thin. It's easy to break, but if you cut directly the stroke, it's a little bit easier, but you cannot add to it. You know. That's the challenge. Still. The design takes most of the time. I already did it on the computer, so I have the complete image in my mind. I don't even have to look at the design. I mean, it's designed on the stone, but I cannot know the effect I try to do before I actually carve it. As in any art, the mental representation through drawing practice is very helpful. So if you draw your design several times before you paint it or carve it, it will help. So you're not confused with the strokes, at least. If you still try to figure out the strokes when you do the carving or writing, it's difficult to keep the flow, or maybe you will make mistakes. So it's kind of like a calligraphy, no hesitation, no room for hesitation as you do it. Just have to be very sure. This is a remnant of the pictograph of a heart shape, but with square lines a little bit. You can still see the heart. The best is between square and round. So we call it score. Yeah. Okay, so there's some chipping as a plant. I'll just cut it. make it more eroded naturally over time, like ancient seal. Okay, that's it. Done. Okay, I'm going to make imprint. We can hold on this. Maybe we can do it together while we work on the second one. We'll do the imprint together. So the second one is a different style. Let me see. From a different client. And this is a returning customer of mine. We had the seal in 2018. I did a oval shaped seal with 2 characters, the plum dragon, and this one is 4 characters, meaning the flower warrior, or warrior, samurai of Hana, samurai. Hana no samurai in Japanese, I think, or warrior of flower. Okay, any questions there? Interesting device you're using to hold the stone. Yeah. Thank you. The second seal is a little complicated, but we'll see. This is more like a pictographic, I think. So we'll use a larger stone, of course. With more characters, you need more space. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is to choose and we were going to use. Usually, if it's different, you know, the one is flatter. We will use a sandpaper to remove the polish of the wax. Just gently remove the wax that comes with the stone, so it will not prevent from the ink, the transfer. Okay, where is the design we have? Okay, yeah, I had this printed on a laser jet printer, and this process won't work with other with the inkjet. It has to be tonal printer or Xerox copier. It's a liquid called acetone nail polish remover I use to transfer this into the stone. So we try to align it carefully, hold it like that. Okay, we got 10 seconds before it completely evaporates. You press with your hand like that. Use any part of your hand. Okay, and lift. There you go. The flipped image, the mirror image is on the stone now. And the best part of this is it's waterproof. You can remove it with the same liquid if you want. I'll just leave it. It won't hurt. Gradually, it will wear off. With using. You can use maybe gentle soap to clean it after stamping. Okay. So again, I'm going to use a smaller knife. This one. This is more standard size. Right? So we just round up the edge first. The corners. Okay. And you can hold the knife like this. Or like this. Use the ring finger and the small finger to on the side of the stone as brick. So you don't cut yourself or lose control. Okay. Round up the corner. Edges. Okay, there's a big chipping on the corner. We'll deal with that later. And this is also good to get a feel of the testing of the stone with this. I just cut the edge first. I can use my hand to clean, or you can use a dust like an old toothbrush. Don't blow it. Okay, so this one is positive style, or yeah. The character would be positive, red. So we cut out the background. Okay. We start from the edge. Be carefully save the. So it's more like negative, painting. You paint the background. You cut out the background in this case, and leave the positive part of it. Just cut around the stroke. My advice for beginner for you is to cut the make a ditch in the middle of two lines, and then gradually increase that gap until you reach the edge of the stroke. So you cut in between the strokes first. Just that will provide a reference, a support. So you just cut deeper and deeper, and broaden it. I just cut off that corner as planned. It doesn't matter where you start, because usually I take some part, take the easy part as or sometimes I work on the hardest part. So if I make a mistake, I don't have to repeat the whole thing. I just erase it and do it again. Hopefully I don't have to redo anything, just be careful. Go slow. Okay, so like this one, you can cut in the middle of the square, or you can just cut along one edge and then in any direction. You can go horizontal or vertical first. It's just make a deep cut in the middle, so you just go like that. Actually, just broaden it. This is the word off, very common character is all seals. If you cut a name seal, you'll say the seal off and someone's name. So this is the character used. This approach actually is a slow approach. So you have a lot of tween or adjustment to do because you're not touching the stroke at first. Alternatively, you can cut right on the edge of the stroke very shallowly, and then you do scooping, take out the background. It's a little bit more risky to do that. Sometimes I do both. Just depends on how you feel. So I either go slow, just do the envelope first, or you can just go directly touching the stroke. Sometimes if it's only very tiny space, you have to touch the stroke. So I go directly just to one cut could do everything. This takes a lot of practice. It's hard to explain until you do it. Like here, I just kind of do a triangular shape because I have to know which side of my knife is straight and which is more like hard edge and a soft edge or broken edge. So you know the nature of the material and the tools. You don't have to cut deep. You cannot really cut deep when the space is very narrow. to change my glasses, my reading glasses. Okay. I do have a mirror image here. Because the image you see on the lower right is the final, the destination we try to reach. This is the mirrored image, flipped image here we're working on. Okay. Okay, it's kind of hard, very complicated, huh? Now the character 者 武者 means samurai, like the warrior, the martial artist, the person who practice martial. This is martial. This is the person. This is indicate the person. Okay, let me cut around first. So not a broken edge here. It's all part of the design, which is for the overall effect. You can it could be natural when you discover some old antique seal, but it's more difficult to make a new seal look like an antique, right? As an archaeologist, I'm just fascinated by this form of art. cross on the top. Okay, let's do that. Let's leave it over. Cannot really see. That helps. I just wear two pair of glasses together. Okay, now we go back to this original approach that need to finish. So this one I did more like direct because it's so narrow that it's difficult to do it gradually. This one has a lot of space in between strokes. not symmetrical. See? Okay, I'm going to make some initial imprints and keep working on this. Let's go back to the first one. Okay. And here we got the Yin-style. Just dust off the debris. Okay. Yeah, usually I use the old ink pad to do this first because it got a lot of debris. Also, I want to dry ink to see the imprint. This is more clear strokes, not smear. You can blow a little air to moisturize a little bit. I need to get a paper towel here. And we need to put a rubber under it. I put also a mirror because the pad is too soft. The felt. Yeah. So I'm going to put this on, compare with the original, compare with the design. Here's the actual seal. Perfect. Okay, perfect. I'm going to sign that one. Let's see this one. This one is a question. Okay. It gets harder in the winter. If you put it in a warm place, it will soften it. If you put it in a refrigerator, it will be hardened. Even in the freezers, for like 20 minutes, it will make it harder. Yeah, it depends on the situation. If you want to soften it or harden the pad, you can use temperature. It will not dry because it's oil-based. Okay, just press hard, not too hard. Okay, I think that's perfect, isn't it? I think the upper corner could be a little bit thinner. As you know, more rounded look. And this corner could be a little bit more broken with some more chipping, maybe. Or just cut it. Yeah, so just a lot of edge adjustment. Okay, let's make another let's say newer ink. And you can use a stir to reshape the surface. This is a special tool, special kind of, to make the dough, this ink dough smooth. Okay. If I press harder, you can see, also because the ink is softer, it loads more, so it becomes thicker. It's really depends on how you load and press pressure. Each print could vary a little bit. That's why I use a drier ink pad to see the actual stroke. I think that is fine. Just warm a little bit. This chipping looks not like a cut, it's more like a eroded, something more natural. Okay, you have a little bit more chipping on the inside also. Let's try one more time. Don't stamp too hard into the paste. Just barely touch it, tapping a little bit, very gently, and check the missing spot visually. A little bit moisture will help to make it less grand. If I press less and evenly, shake a little bit, and lift straight up with your left hand fingers holding the paper. Okay, it's a good one. I like the thicker stroke compared to the original because it gives you more red in the stamp. If it's too thin, it doesn't have the weight you might need. If you want thinner, you can use less ink and less pressure or harder padding. Like if you put on the mirror, just like a hard edge, hard surface without the pad. See what happens. Maybe a little bit thin newspaper or something, just a few layers of a thin book or some harder surface can make it thinner. Maybe I don't need to blow moisture this time. Just I want to make sure you see the line is harder, I think, but I still pressed a lot. I tried to. I think the ink has not much to do if you use a older pad like this. Quite dry. You'll get this even on this pad. Okay, that's the idea. So don't load too much. The new ink always had this problem with smearing too much. So maybe I need to put it in the refrigerator to make it harden like this. Actually, I did it with a TV commercial. They asked me to do the same on a commercial. We freezed it to make a clean copy. Okay, just a little tip to share with you. Let's do this one. Oh, I did this already. Huh? So I'm going to sign the stone on the left side of the left side, so it will give you a hint of the orientation. Okay, that's it. I will make some more print for myself, and then I will take a picture to share with you on social network. Thank Chicky for purchasing our pre-made stone, right? So yeah, we do have pre-carved wood seal available on our website. You can go check, and if you don't find it, things you want, you can always commission me to do the customized one. If you have your own design like this, a Korean name seal, I can also do it for you, but check with me before you order. Okay. It's not I'm in a hurry now to go to post office. If you shake too much, you will see thicker edge. So if you don't like, you can just go straight down and straight up. I just clean up, or it shouldn't happen again. Okay, thank everybody for watching. Until next time, bye bye.